This has got a story behind it too. This is what I won. I was in a contest for the All Army. Let's see, I was second place in the All 1959 Army Pacific Entertainment Contest. And if I'd have won this, I'd have went to the Ed Sullivan Show, because every year they went to the Ed Sullivan Show.
You hold it a little bit over right
Yeah.
there.
Can you zoom in and see that?
Yeah.
What it says on there?
Nice. So, can you just hold it a little bit there and then tell us the story on that?
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, I joined the entertainment contest. I was already in special service. I'll tell you that story too. It's a long story. But so I entertained in the entertainment contest, and I came in second. And the final was in Korea. And can you believe it? An opera singer beat me out. And did you know, Danny? I got more applause than he did. I tore the house down. He didn't get a lot of applause. But all these generals were the people that voted.
Right.
So they voted for this opera singer.
Right.
Or otherwise, I would have went to the Ed Sullivan Show, see? But I didn't. But I still got the second place award, which is still a great honor, you know. That's You're counting the whole. This is the Pacific. Every entertainer is in the Pacific. But anyway, that's the award. But no, here's what happened. I got drafted. Shafted. Okay, I'd signed a recording contract with Era Records in 1957. That's when I cut Everybody's Moving.
Right.
And I didn't tell Era Records I had got drafted, because I don't think they'd want to sign it, because I couldn't do none of the promotion. I could not go do record hops. In those days, you did record hops, where you went to record stores, you signed, and you sold a lot of records doing that. So I didn't tell them I went in the Army. I was going in the Army. I knew. Well, I'd already talked to them, and they were going to sign me to Era Records, and they, but I didn't tell them that I got drafted or shafted. And so my record on Era Records came out I was drafted on January the 20th, and it came out, I think, about March. So my first record came out when I was in the Army. And I was up at Fort Ord doing my basic training. So you do 8 weeks of basic training. So in the 8 weeks of basic training, I was just a regular old soldier, crawling on the ground, and just what every other soldier was doing. But me and Gary Lambert went with me, because you could go in as a buddy. He was my guitar player. So he was younger than me, about 6 months, so he signed up to go with me so we could be together. So we were together in the service. So we started doing shows all the way in basic training at Fort Ord in Northern California, and so we started doing shows at the service club for the soldiers, see. So Special Service tried to keep me at Fort Ord after my basic training was done, but they wouldn't. They wouldn't let me stay there. So they shipped me to Hawaii, and I went to Schofield Barracks. Well, my second record came out in about June 1950. That was Lorianne. And Lorianne was being played on American Bandstand. It was the pick of the week. They were playing it every day. And it made #1 in Hawaii, and I was stationed in Hawaii. And so I wrote to the radio station, the Radio Kula. It was the top rock station in Honolulu. And I said, I'm a soldier boy, and I'm out here at Schofield Barracks. I'm Glen Glenn, see? Well, my real name is Glenn Troutman, okay? Glenn Troutman. So Special Service, they were playing me constantly in Hawaii on the radio. So they were looking for a Glen Glenn. But there's no record of a Glen Glenn at the Schofield Barracks. Right. They couldn't find a Glen Glenn. So I was sitting around the service club one night with this same guitar. It didn't have Glen Glenn on it then, though. But, and then I was just sitting around singing, and a couple other guys had guitars, and this guy comes over to me and says, any chance any of you guys would know a guy on this barracks called Glen Glenn? I looked at him, I said, Glen Glenn? That's me. He said, you're Glen Glenn? I said, yeah. He said, I've been looking for you for about 2 or 3 weeks. He said, we want you in Special Service. And man, was I happy. Because I was just a regular soldier,
Right.
I didn't want to be in the Army anyway. And so he put me in Special Service. And so
Did your guitars get to go too?
my guitars?
Your guitarist.
Gary went with me too.
That's
Oh yeah, he was glad too,
Oh,
because
yeah.
the minute I got signed to special service, Gary went with me.
That's good.
So he was with
Be
me.
horrible.
Yeah, Gary went with me. You can do with that thing to make me sound and look good.